This week in games, let's go over all the exciting news from Gamescom. BioShock 4 has a new director, and some other stuff, man, happened. News was light. Let's talk about Hollow Knight. Hollow Knight! This is the Two Penny Gamescast. What's poppin', players? Welcome back to the Two Penny Gamescast, episode 264. I am your host, Tavin Bothel, here with my good friends and co-hosts. Say hello to the people, Connor, Elliott.
Yeah, how's it going, guys? How's it going, guys?
There we fucking go. God damn, some goddamn energy today. He's gonna do 2 podcasts in a row, fucking give nothing to the cast. Isn't that right? Say hello, Phil Shoemaker.
Give me the one.
I'll give you a gotcha one. It's a lot. Did you say hype?
That help.
Oh, okay. I thought you said hype. I was like, that's a throwback.
Oh, dude.
Nobody watched those videos. Ladies and gentlemen,
They did watch the streams, though.
They did sometimes, you know. Remember at the end of Metal Gear Solid 2 when we suddenly got like 30 viewers for no reason?
That's pretty wild, yeah.
Remember, like, I think it was the end of Kingdom Hearts 2, we got like 20 viewers for no reason.
Amount.
You know,
There was like when we were in Atlantica in Kingdom Hearts 1, we had a pretty good bump too.
Did we? Wow, that's crazy. That's a terrible world to get a bump of viewers.
It's not that bad, but yeah.
Yeah.
Not in Kingdom Hearts 2, Kingdom Hearts 1.
Yeah, no, it's still,
Okay.
you know.
Kingdom Hearts 2, it's a terrible world to get a big bump from.
I did appreciate in just a thing for our Two Penny Game Club, our monthly video game book
Indeed.
club, in which, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you like, subscribe, and drop some comments because in exactly 1 week,
7 days.
hard truths are coming. Kingdom Hearts Rechain of Memories, we're going to be reviewing it and rank it amongst the other games in the franchise. So make sure you like, subscribe, and tell me how you feel about Kingdom Hearts Rechain of Memories down in the comments below.
How hard could they be?
So hard. So hard. I hate that I kind of look like him now. Anyways, I shaved my beard for the audio listeners. Anyways, to close that point, appreciated in Atlantica. You just run around.
Yeah.
We're not doing the fishtail again.
Well, because like he doesn't remember having a fishtail.
Okay, yeah, sure. We can say that's the reason why. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, September 1st, Two Penny Game Club. But this is the Two Penny Gamescast, where we talk about the nerdy news you need to know concerning the video game industry. We each come to you, me and Connor, usually. Phil's usually not here. Hi, Phil. Thanks for stopping in this week. You're going to be tacked on to topics that you don't care about, but, you know, for the first part, it's going to be a great time. Gamescast, 2 topics, 2 pennies, if you will, and we give you our 2 cents on them. But go ahead, ladies and gentlemen, down in the comments, put your own 2 cents down there so that we can respond and talk about them live, just like, let me find it here, just like one Dan Green 4200 said on our We Played Demon Souls for the First Time video. I want to like Demon Souls so bad, but I just can't get into it. Hard to explain why. I just get frustrated with the game, with the gameplay and frequent glitches. Beautiful game though.
Well, Dan, thank you so much for chiming in. Sounds like a skill issue.
Ah, damn, Dan. Sorry, Daniel.
Damn, Daniel.
It is one though.
You know?
Hold
on. Let's not talk about how we didn't have like an hour-long video of like, hey, this game has like cool stuff about it, but it's it's broken in a lot of places.
No, I was very, very much 80% memeing.
Yeah.
Except it might also.
I mean, it might be, but like that game has a lot of problems. Like, fucking Tower Knight's legs have AoE attacks that are like twice the size of the like indicated animation. So
it's really interesting because I felt like because I've kind of recently fought Tower Knight in the remake, and it's interesting how I was getting hit more by attacks in the remake than I was in the original.
Might have been playing it more carefully.
In the original?
In the original, because you didn't know what you were doing, so you know any little movement, you dodge away faster, dodge away sooner. Is that whereas the remake, you had confidence of game knowledge? Also
wondering, I got the President Falchion earlier on.
Did you?
In the remake?
Oh.
It's the same place, but I just went there earlier.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And I got it.
You could probably run there pretty well.
Yeah.
I don't know. The fuckers they move faster than you,
They
so
do.
maybe not. I don't know.
Well, I mean, but so what I noticed is the enemies were scaled down.
Oh,
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, as far as like how much damage they were doing and how much damage they took.
Interesting. Huh.
Easy, good weapon.
Sort of justifying the reason as to why we chose to play the original game over,
Just saying.
you know.
Who knows? I mean, maybe if I went back to the original, it would be the exact same.
Who knows?
We'll find out.
No, we won't.
No, we won't.
We're not doing that level of one-to-one comparison.
Nope. We're not going. I mean, I'd be perfectly fine if we never went back for the remake on the.
I think
Club.
we should go back.
You'll enjoy it.
In like 10 years.
Yeah.
Not 10 years, but in a while.
Whenever this list is decided for us.
And then on our greatest superhero games of all time piggy bank episode, Phil Shu says you can't just throw John Infamous in a thumbnail with Spidey and Batman and say the big three.
True.
And first of all, Phil Shu,
Based.
whoever you are, fuck you. I can do
Based.
whatever the fuck I want, all right? Because it's my fucking thumbnail, not yours. Second of all, name a third superhero in video games that's as relevant as Cole McGrath.
Let me
Or
just
more
say-
relevant than Cole McGrath. Name a third one.
Superman.
Let me just say.
More relevant?
video
Wait, what's
games?
the great Superman game, Connor? That
I didn't
everybody
say great.
likes.
I didn't say. You said more relevant. You didn't say what's the best.
Superman is not
game.
relevant in video games.
People always think about
anyone
Superman.
from Injustice.
No.
Yeah.
Also, by the way, people talk far more about the infamy of Superman
So
64
Batman, great.
than Tavin. People talk more about Superman 64 than they do about Infamous. You'll have more references to that over Infamous. So
Let me just say, commenter, you sounded incredibly handsome.
we'll never know who that was.
Phil Shu.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's get into our...
Follow him on all social media and look up his letterboxd.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's get into our first topic of the day. We're going to break down all things that happened over the last week, including Gamescom opening night live, and the Nintendo Direct on Kirby AirRiders, and the Hollow Knight presentation, which I thought it was going to be a whole Direct.
It's literally just a trailer.
Just a trailer.
Which, fucking drop your dick out on the table, dude.
Literally, like, you fucking called your shot like 48 hours in advance just to give us 2 minutes, which is fine. That's your prerogative. But, like, I was just expecting way more.
Yeah.
Like, I was, like, kind of expecting, like, a gameplay demo and a breakdown of, like...
And we
But there's all the
thing.
cool things about Silksong.
That's the thing. I was expecting way more. Still wasn't disappointed.
apparently, there are some smaller I'm assuming they're smaller devs. I haven't seen any big name ones do it.
There's three main developers, like three main people that work on the game.
Oh, I'm specifically saying that with Hollow Knight Silksong, the reason why it's such a big dick moment is because they're merely saying they're releasing it this next month made people apparently delay their games.
Yeah.
They're just like, oh, we don't want to deal with that.
Demon School. They were slated to release literally the day before Hollow Knight, and they pushed it back a whole month.
Yeah.
Well, Demon School, yeah, you should do that.
That's why smaller games, because they don't want to.
It's the GTA 6 for indies.
For indies.
You don't want to release around the same time.
That's fair. Yeah, that's absolutely fair. But we're not even going to start there. We're going to start with the Nintendo Direct for Kirby AirRiders. Now, Connor, correct me if I'm wrong. You've never played Kirby Air Ride.
I did, but I got hands on it, not like played consistently.
Yeah, you touch sticks for 10
multiple
minutes.
times.
Oh, okay, all right.
But over a course of multiple
Phil,
days.
you play Kirby Air Ride back in the day a lot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh
I
yeah.
fucking love. There's many a sleepover that we broke out Kirby's Air Ride. Great.
I knew Kirby Air Ride existed, had not seen a second of footage until this Direct came up, and I was like, oh shit, look, the old game. And so I'll start and just get my opinion out of the way real quick. Kirby Air Riders, I think looks cool. I appreciate what they're doing here. This is smaller than I thought it was going to be, in the sense of, like, I just thought that they would put more into revitalizing this IP or this game series, if you want to call it a series at this point. And so I was expecting just like more of like here's like our campaign mode and this, that, and the third. And we're not like 100% getting that. It's just like a bunch of like fun little game modes and stuff. It certainly looks fun for a weekend. It's $70, which is kind of crazy. And, but I think the game looks quality. I think it looks like it's going to play well. I like what they're doing with the different characters and the beating each other up with the different moves and so forth. I really enjoyed the presentation of this Direct where they were like, hey, we're going to start super simple. And then as they went through, it was like, there's actually more complexity to this game and more complex to the point where you're like, you started this saying it was a one-button game. This is fucking, there's a lot going on here. Like
Now it's two.
Now it's two, but there's also a lot of things going on depending on like, what you're selecting and so forth.
I'm a real big fan. Before we continue, I'm a really big fan of how we have this formatted, because then when Sakurai's on screen, it looks like he's just podcasting with us.
Oh yeah,
we have him on as a guest.
Funny. City trial mode looks like a blast. That's really all I'm like super interested in, is to like have a game night with the buddies and play that. That's really my buy-in here. The rest of the game, I think, looks fine. I think it looks like a quality game, but I don't think it's going to be played for more than a weekend or two. Connor, I'm going to jump to you. How did you feel about Kirby's Air Riders?
I thought it looked good. Again, because I don't have too much experience and nostalgia for the original title, it alone doesn't make me super, super excited. And especially, we have a lot of racing games out nowadays. I mean, you have Sonic Racing. You, of course, got Mario Kart coming back. Kirby Air Riders now. It's not saturated, but I didn't really think to myself, this is one I specifically want to play over all of the other ones.
Yeah, I wouldn't say there's a lot. I would say this is like the year that we got like
a number of
the Street Fighter 6, and then what was the other one that year that was big? We had like 2 or 3 fighting games like back to back to back,
kind of
and then we had like 2 or 3 horror games like back to back to back.
Street Fighter 6 was 2023. That was a massive fucking year.
No, but there are other games.
I'm talking specifically fighting games.
Oh, gotcha.
The specifically the genre. Like it's like, oh, this is the year where this genre matters.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So yeah, cool. Phil?
I fully expect Kirby Air Riders to blow Mario Kart World out of the water.
Wow. Okay.
I could believe it, because I did read a little bit of a hands-on from Video Game Chronicles. They say it's a lot deeper than you think. Like just the way the game controls in general, even with it being a simple control scheme.
People were expecting the world from Mario Kart World, and I think people expect the inverse from Kirby. I think that the opposite's going to happen.
Yeah.
People were slightly disappointed with Mario Kart World, myself included. And I think it's going to be the opposite for Kirby Air Riders. I think people are going to go and be like, "Oh, let's check out this fun Kirby game," and then people are going to glom onto it and be like, "Oh my god, this is amazing."
Yeah.
What happened with Mario Kart World?
Sure. I do think this is a case of expectations are getting away from people here. Like I don't think for either game, I don't think either game is going to be judged fairly, in the sense of like, I think people were too hard on Mario Kart World because, without having played it, I think people were too hard on Mario Kart World because, I mean, even like the review scores were still good, but the conversation around the game was more negative because the expectations were so high. I think the expectations are probably pretty low here, and because of that, when people, I agree, get their hands on it, they're going to be all about it, and they're going to be like, oh my god, this is one of my favorite games of the year type thing. I will say, like, it's clearly appealing to a casual audience, but like, this feels just like more like it looks like a racing game that's taking itself more seriously as a racer than Mario Kart is currently right now in its state. And that's because Mario Kart, you got the items thing, it's always on the catch up. Like honestly, like the race doesn't matter until the last lap, even like the last half of the last lap really that's when like your inputs actually matter, because there's so many videos of like, hey, I actually take a negative lap. I drive a lap in reverse and then I go forward and cross the finish line 3 times and still win.
I especially think of the blue skull. I mean, the blue shell. At any point in time, if you stay in first place, you're going to get hit.
Yeah, so like I don't consider Mario Kart like a serious racer, and this one, I'm not saying it is a serious racer. I just think it's going to care more about its racing mechanics than Mario Kart does.
And I bet Sakurai is very happy to play a game like that's not Smash Brothers, to make a game that's not Smash Brothers. So he might be in his bag in this one.
But I mean, he's kind of turning every game he touches into.
I don't agree that this looks like
this is Smash Brothers for racing games.
I mean, I'll have to get my hands on it, but I just don't. I don't see it.
Mm-hmm.
I really liked. So we talked about Mario Kart World and you defending it. There's a moment in this trailer that it kind of shows that like for accessibility, there's like a mode you can slow everything down.
Yeah. That
slow mode is how Mario Kart World feels.
Okay.
And
boring.
So I'm very excited that this one actually looks like it's way faster.
How is Mario Kart not the Smash Brothers for racing games? Literally, the items work the exact same way.
You don't hit each other as much.
I think this looks way more Smash. Mainly, like, sure, yeah, it's Sakurai, and Sakurai just he knows how to do it.
Do you need the sound on, or?
I don't know. I did that from earlier.
Okay.
By accident.
All right.
There we go.
Cool. Yeah, Kirby Air Riders. I'm interested. I'm interested to see what the response is to it more than anything.
Gonna blow your socks off.
Because like this is not like a system seller for me. I currently don't have a Switch 2. I want one, but I think more I want one for Donkey Kong right now.
Yeah.
And eventually Metroid Prime 4, which we'll see if that's even coming out this year at this point.
We will see.
We're getting real late in the day for Metroid to be hitting this year.
Again, man, Silksong.
Hey,
You never know.
Yeah.
You never know.
Since this is the news show, there was some news of a rumor that there's a Nintendo Direct next month.
Could be for anything.
Saying.
It could be for anything.
Same.
But we'll find out. Next, let's actually move into stuff that was actually in Gamescom opening night live. Let's start with Call of Duty Black Ops 7. They showed off some gameplay. They're talking about how they're kind of trying to unite all the different game modes, and so that progression carries over through all of them and so forth. Neat. I can't help but feel like we're making some mistakes with going into Black Ops 7 straight out of Black Ops 6. It feels like to me that I haven't played a Call of Duty in years, but it feels like to me that the fan base is really not happy with the direction that we're going in this one.
Yeah.
And it just overall, like, I have not seen It's crazy. Enthusiasm for Call of Duty was so high last year, and then to immediately lose it all is insane to me. And it's not that I even think the game looks bad. I don't think the game looks bad at all. I think Call of Duty is going in a direction that the fandom just doesn't want right now.
I'm really not trying to yuck someone's yum here, but when I was watching the opening night live showcase, right, there was a moment where I stopped tuning into the show, and it just so happened to be during the Call of Duty thing. And so when I came back, the stream was still behind from when I was watching, and I was like, skip through this. Let me just fucking skip through the Call of Duty part and get to where's more interesting stuff for myself.
Yeah. I mean, but even what they're showing with this trailer, I see more here than I've seen in Call of Duty in a long, really in a long time, if ever. We're playing with level design in weird ways. We're putting strange visuals in it. There's a lot of shooting robots in it, but
there is, yeah.
I don't know. What I'm being shown does look cool. It does look different, but it just doesn't seem like anybody wants it.
Yeah.
It's weird how they're bringing back Raul Menendez. That part of the plot, because they seem to be focusing on that a lot, makes me think, why are you so, stringent upon...
So they can give that nostalgia bait.
Yeah.
Everybody and their mother says Black Ops 2 is one of the best Call of Duties of all time. Let's go back and reference that specific one, which is crazy because I was playing Call of Duty when Black Ops 2 came out, and that game was not beloved by fans back in the day.
No, it was not.
It's very interesting how time turned on that one.
I'm interested to see how the multiplayer works, because you're doing some cool things in the campaign. Oh, this was cool. I'll get into that in a second.
Twin stick shooter thing?
Yeah, going from Black Ops, the original one of the zombie modes they had in Black Ops 1. But
oh, yeah, I remember that.
Fuck, I forgot about that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I was like, when that popped up, I was like, holy shit, they're really going into the history of zombies. But I really want to see if the stuff we were seeing in the campaign is going to be kind of the same with the multiplayer. I saw some cool movement stuff going on. There's obviously a bit more of a surreal nature to the game. I don't know if that'll carry over into multiplayer. I would assume so. I think we'll have to see how the whole package plays out rather than just the campaign. But if it fails, good. Because Battlefield 3 is coming out this year. And it deserves to... Battlefield 6. It lost back in the day,
October
Battlefield 3,
20th?
in the culture war,
like
in the sale war, even though Battlefield 3 was always the better game. And now it has the chance to.
And
so I hope this fails.
I don't think
Black Ops
Battlefield
7
Modern Warfare 3 is one of my favorite Call of Duties. I don't think Battlefield 3 was better than Modern Warfare 3.
Did we get a date for this game?
I don't know if we have a hard date. You can pre-order now.
11 November.
It's in November? I mean,
That's
that would
right.
make sense.
November
14th.
Yeah.
Wow, they just stuck that in the bottom of the corner. But who the fuck put that trailer together? You suck.
They know when you're getting Call of Duty trailers, you're going to get it that year. When do they do this?
I guess, but that's an important piece of information.
It is.
And they stuck it in the bottom underneath all of the pre-order bonuses that you're looking at, because those take up the whole screen.
Because that matters way more. They don't give a shit if people know a Call of Duty game is coming out at a specific date. What they want you to do is to pre-order it.
What's crazy is that doesn't sound correct about the whole you see a trailer coming out that year for Call of Duty, but I can't disprove it.
It's always the Call of Duty only. Other ones, they don't get that same leeway. But when does that not happen?
I don't think Call of Duty gets that leeway. I think it's a bad trailer. That's a bad move.
Well,
Like, I don't think it matters, like, in the grand scheme of things. Like, yes, like, the people who buy Call of Duty are still going to buy Call of Duty. But, like, whoever put that together in the trailer is an idiot.
Yeah.
Like, put it on the title screen that flashes when it says pre-order now.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Like, why are you having that's an important piece of information.
I would lay it out, Call of Duty Black Ops 7, below that the date, and then below that pre-order now, or like shift the
fuck
date
it,
to
just
where it says
put it
pre-order
right
now.
under pre-order now. Like,
But
you've
that
got
makes
an
it
empty
seem-
space right there.
I feel like that makes it seem like that's when you can pre-order.
That's a fair point. Well, if you say pre-order now,
okay,
and then
fair
says 11/14, you know. Anyways, that's crazy. Moving on to something more interesting. Sekiro No Defeat. Connor, it's an anime from Crunchyroll.
It's an anime
About
from
Sekiro,
Crunchyroll.
Shadows Die Twice.
over that.
From Software's best game.
No.
Definitively, says the one guy who hasn't played it.
Elden Ring.
Well, he's right.
Elden Ring.
It's a good game. It's a good fucking game. Sekiro Shadows Die Twice. It just looks like a straight adaptation. I know, straight adaptation with what we're getting with Sekiro No Defeat. And so I'm semi-curious about this. I think the idea is more exciting than the actual trailer that they show here. There's a lot of like moments where I go, that moment's not as hype as I would have liked it, because of the way you. Oh shit! It was the moment where you fight the fucking monkeys.
Yeah.
And so, like, I don't know. Connor, you have concerns because it's Crunchyroll.
What's the big one's name? The big ape.
Guardian 8.
Just Guardian Ape.
Guardian 8. Yep. Yeah, I do have some worries about this. Being a big fan of both anime and Sekiro, and FromSoft, of course, I have an issue with Crunchyroll. They were the streaming site that was very useful when I first started getting into anime, because it was before all of these other streaming sites started, using their IP rights to basically have their shows only show on their streaming platform. So Crunchyroll, you could basically search any anime and you'd find it. Back in, I'm saying, like 2012, 2013 to 14. And so they were high in my mind at one point, but then they started trying to make anime, and they made one that wasn't all that great. They made another one that was, dragged through the dirt. I can't even remember what it was named, but it also didn't look good either. And there's another one I know they did. I can't remember the name of it. Point is, their foray into making anime has yet to work. And Crunchyroll, they eventually became a really scummy company. Definitely a lot of monopolization. They consumed Funimation, and so they became the premier streaming site, and they increased their prices at one point. I have issues with Crunchyroll. But it's really the fact they're not tested in the field of making their own anime. And in this trailer, it seems like there might be some uses of AI. It's frames. And frames can, when you chop them up frame by frame by frame, anime can look very weird. Because, of course, it's supposed to be done in motion. So a lot of this is just, of course, I'm going off of a trailer that's heavily cut up. It's only showing like a few seconds per.
And I mean, what you're not seeing dynamic animation in this trailer at all. Like,
so when you see the whole thing, while it could look way better than these still frames kind of indicate, it could look like dog shit and have a lot of stuttering going on.
Yeah.
Let me. I have a list here of Crunchyroll original anime.
Yes.
Which debut the
On their
Crunchyroll
platform.
originals debuted February 25th, 2020.
Yeah.
before we do that, real quick,
Yeah.
To the point of the animation, I'm getting the feeling that this is early in development or earlier in development.
Yeah.
That, like, I don't feel like they're about to
Yeah.
release this even within maybe the next 6 months.
I mean, I
So,
could see
like,
this being a 2026 thing easily.
Definitely.
maybe even a 27 thing or
Yeah.
something, because just count the number of scenes they're showing us. Most of it is centered around the beginning of the game.
Yep.
And the shots that they're showing of later in the game moments, you're getting single frames with limited animations in them. I brought up the monkey thing. There's still JPEG of Sekiro moving into frame and then the monkey turning around. Like, there's just not a lot going on. It's very limited in what they're showing here. So we could just be early, and this is mostly just all they have, because this is not a great trailer.
No.
It doesn't get you excited about a Sekiro anime past the idea of the
Sekiro
premise
anime.
of a Sekiro anime.
Did far more work. Yeah.
And Connor, so I have a list of these Crunchyroll original anime.
Yeah.
And you tell me good, bad, or haven't had. Because if you haven't seen
I don't know nothing. I haven't
Sure.
seen any Crunchyroll shows. I only know about whether they're good, like the
Okay.
perception of it's good or bad.
Okay. Inspector.
Do you have pictures of these by chance?
No, it's
that'll.
list.
Inspector, I had not heard of.
It's IN/Spectre, like the James Bond movie.
Oh, Inspector. They made that. Okay, well, that apparently is pretty good, but more about the story and not the
This is
animation.
this is gonna be a moment that like if you break it out and put it online and you're testing Connor in this way, he's gonna be wrong about like 80% of it, and the internet's gonna roast him.
Tower of God.
Tower of God, that's contentious. Apparently, especially the second season, which apparently had massive drops of quality. People like the first one, but I've heard some conflicting things about Tower of God as a series as a whole.
The God of High School.
The God of High School. They made that one. That's a big one. I'm thinking more older titles. Now, are they actually making these, or are these
These are all Crunchyroll original series.
Okay, maybe this is shaping up to be a bit better. Now, the thing with God of High School, it's definitely flash over substance, but still, I've heard it was well liked.
Gibiate.
Gibiate. Had not heard of that. Gibiate.
Gibiat.
Yeah, I had not heard a single thing about this show.
Connor, is he fighting the dude on the horse
Badly reviewed.
in this shot?
Yes, he is.
That's the dude on the horse?
Yep.
You can see that's a horse.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, there's Lady Butterfly. There's one late game thing that is fightable that is massive in that size.
It is.
Tonikawa, Over the Moon for You.
Over the moon for you.
Tonikawa, Over the Moon for You.
We can move on.
I guess we could. I mean, same kind of thing. I remember that was I heard that was pretty good.
Noblesse.
Noblesse, I heard that was bad. Yeah.
Onyx Equinox.
I'm gonna move on.
Mm-hmm.
No, but I don't care. I don't care.
Either way, I will just close it out. I guess they do have some good things under their belt. I wasn't going to those ones when I think of Crunchyroll Productions. When I was
like
looking them
you're ignorant.
up. Sounds like I might be, but then again, it is Crunchyroll. Don't trust them.
The most exciting thing to come out of Gamescom opening
not.
night live, I think, almost unilaterally. Like I don't see how this is not the most like interesting thing to come out of it.
I would agree.
Lego Batman: Legacy of the Dark Knight. This is a new Lego Batman game. And it's an original Lego Batman game from TT Games, or another original one, but they are going through the entire legacy of Batman and sort of adapting all the iconic moments that you know about. So they're using a lot of moments from the films, from the comic books, and anything that got kind of memed online or anything, making reference to those things and so forth. But it's its own original story. It's got Batman Arkham style combat and gameplay to it, which I think is fucking fascinating. And I think it looks quite good. I'm not a fan of the Lego Batman games of old. But this one I am quite interested in. They're doing a bunch of interesting things that we have not seen in Lego games before, namely like a difficulty setting. Mm-hmm. There's 2 different difficulties if you want a bigger challenge, which is really cool. And you only play as Batman in this game. There's like over 100 unlockable suits, and there's a bunch of moments where like you've got a partner in crime, which I think you can switch out, but you are only playing as Batman, which I think is really, really cool. Again, seems like a new ambitious title from TT Games. I was a really big fan of Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga. I thought that was a great expansion of mechanics and gameplay, and it was a great encapsulation of the entire Star Wars saga. But it was bloated as hell with side content. Holy shit.
Buggy as hell as well.
Yeah, quite buggy as well. I forgot about that. Yeah, there was a lot of problems with that game. But, and also there was a lot of, like, reports of, like, heavy crunch for Skywalker Saga. I hope that they're getting around that with Legacy of the Dark Knight. Here's a great moment in the trailer where clearly this is Danny DeVito's Penguin, but they're pulling the moment from the car chase in The Batman.
Yeah.
Where homie who played Penguin.
Yeah.
Robert Pattinson?
No.
Homie played Penguin.
Oh, Colin Farrell.
Colin Farrell.
Thank
God,
you.
he's so
Thank
good
you.
in that fucking role.
How about In Bruges? What a great fucking movie.
You know?
Oh, that was a good.
That is a great movie. I like that movie a lot.
welcome.
You showed me that movie.
You're
It's a good
welcome.
movie. It was fun. And so, yeah. Color me very interested, maybe even excited for Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight. Connor.
Definitely looks of quality. I saw someone saying, I think it was a dev, that it's bigger than Arkham City's open world is, which part of that shows the scale they're really going here.
I would expect it to be.
Yeah.
Arkham City's not that big.
It's not the biggest. Still, you wouldn't expect a Lego game to trump it, but at least I wouldn't.
Skywalker Saga was really big, dude.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Like in an open world sense or like level sense?
Yes.
Both.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm interested to see how they do combat, because clearly this is a combat people have gotten really used to over the years, with help especially from Shadow of Mordor's games. So I'm interested to see how it'll compare to that. I do like that they're only doing one character. It shows they're really hyper focusing on like playing like Batman, but in the context of a Lego game. This might be I'd say the most likely for me to jump into a Lego game would be Lord of the Rings, but other than that,
They made those.
They did, yeah. That's why I was
Did
like,
you play them?
No, that's why I'd be more. If I was gonna play a Lego game, it'd probably be those. But this will be the first Lego game I've played in a while since the Star Wars days.
I think the Lego Lord of the Rings games are unlisted.
Unlisted.
No, you can get them. I think.
I remember there being a thing a few years back that they were like mass unlistings.
With Lord of the Rings current video game rights holders, I would be shocked if you could not buy those games.
Okay.
Maybe
it's a
Phil,
temporary thing.
what is Lego Batman doing for you?
Everything. I'm extremely excited for
Really?
it. I think it's going to be a massive release for next year. I'm thoroughly excited for Lego Batman: Legacy of the Dark Knight.
When's this coming out again?
Mouthy title. The big mouthful. They don't have a date.
I'm very
I don't
excited.
even, they haven't even given us a year, right?
I'm very excited
No.
for who's voicing Bane.
Yeah, who was it?
It's the guy from What We Do in the Shadows.
Yes.
Matt Berry.
Matt Berry, yeah. Yeah, I remember when they said that after the fact, I was like, that's Matt Berry? That makes sense.
cat in New York City.
That is a funny. I've seen clips from that show, and it's very funny. Matt Berry's
Extremely
seems
funny.
always to be funny.
Really funny dude.
So it seems like TT Games is like revisiting all of their like at least more successful IPs and like trying to do the definitive Lego game of them. Do you think they keep this trend going? Do you think we grab something else? Like what would be next if you were to do, hey, the definitive Lego series experience? Like what would you, Harry Potter?
That's exactly what I was going to say.
Yeah, I mean it's either Harry Potter or like Indiana Jones, right?
I was going to say Harry Potter or Marvel. Like,
I guess, yeah, we could do, but what would you, I guess the same thing that you're doing here,
Yeah.
except now you get to play as all the characters,
Right.
you know, so, but yeah. I don't know. We've had so many Lego Marvel games, and a lot of them are of quality.
Yeah.
So, you know, there's that, but
Lego Avengers was good.
I would assume you would go to Harry Potter next, especially because they're trying to make money off of that now,
Yeah.
so, which is cool. Moving on.
By the way, Lord of the Rings Lego games are still available, on Steam at least.
I would have been shocked if they weren't.
I just remember there being a big news story about, maybe it was the physical ones. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. They could be. Physical.
Could it have been tied into like not available on like Xbox 360 store or something?
Possibly. I don't know exactly.
Or it may have been a thing because the what was it? The PC ports for the Metal Gear Solid collection before the one before Master Collection got taken down because they lost rights to the FMV footage in the games. So then they had to get those back, and then they came back, and then they got the Master.
I haven't seen anything like really definitive of it, but this is kind of off topic. Have you seen these? Like, I'm not. This isn't no snitching. But have you seen allegedly there are some of these Xboxes that Xbox 360s that have this program you can boot on them that essentially lets you access the entire Xbox 360 library?
I've not seen that. That would be.
It's allegedly come across my TikTok.
I don't even know how you would do that because the store is gone.
Well, there's a program out there that people load onto a USB drive.
Okay.
Onto allegedly a modded Xbox 360.
Okay.
That has access to essentially the entire
So,
Xbox 360 library.
That entire catalog would already be downloaded to that drive?
Either on the drive or in the cloud somewhere that the drive is accessing.
And it's accessing a private cloud, then I would assume.
Must.
Yeah, because I mean the server that you would pull it from is gone.
Yeah.
So that's interesting.
Allegedly.
Not heard of that. Anyways, Ghost of Yotei got a Song of Vengeance trailer. They call it. Trailer didn't really do anything extra for me.
Except at the end.
You know, it was cool. It looked like a Ghost trailer, you know, and, I think that they're doing a fine job of marketing this game, but they're not doing anything overly exciting. Connor, till the end.
Oh, it was coming
Very
back.
end.
Ghost of Yotei Legends is coming back 2026, not at launch.
Yeah.
Kind of disappointed in that, but that's fine. I don't need it at launch. Let me enjoy the game for what it is.
Was it not the same case for Tsushima?
It was,
Or-
but I would have assumed that in the sequel you would have had it ready for launch,
okay.
you know? But
Because it wasn't a full year. It was like, or was it a full year?
It was not a full year.
it was not a full
It
year.
was like a few months. Right?
Yeah, it was like 6 months into it or whatever. It was no, because when we were doing the podcast by the time Ghost came out, right? Because we were talking about it as we were playing it. And then it happened later. But
October 16th, 2020, from the release date in July
that sounds
of
right.
the original one.
June or July?
I think it was July. Yeah, it was July.
Last of Us was in May, right? Where's Last of Us? Yeah, Last of Us was in May because they pushed it back because of the pandemic.
I thought it was in June.
I think Last of Us was in May. I could be wrong.
Well, Ghost of Tsushima definitely was in July.
Took your bum ass a fucking long ass time to just play Last of Us. Fucking
June, by the way.
look at you. Was it? Oh,
It was
okay.
June. Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, Yotei continues to look great. I'm excited to play it.
Hell yeah.
I'm hoping that I like it more than the original, and I like the original.
Yeah.
So I'm just hoping it goes for. What I'm really hoping for, I want to go from if Tsushima is an 8 to me. If it's an 8, I'm hoping this goes to a 9. You know.
It seems like it might, but Legends is a fun. The original Legends was a really fun little multiplayer game. We didn't play it a whole ton, but it was free.
Played it a decent amount.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just a nice game to hop in with friends or randos.
We hit the point where you needed a squad.
Yes.
And then we went, we don't have that. All right, we're dipping. You know.
This time we have 3 of us.
Now we have 3. So everyone else,
Which is a 3-man. It's a 3-man mode. So now that we got your ass. You know. I don't know why I'm being negative.
I
Anyways,
was gonna say you came at me aggressive.
Resident Evil Requiem had a new story trailer where they showed off a bunch of scenes and so forth, stitched together a bunch of moments to not give too many spoilers away or anything. You're doing there we go. To not give away too many spoilers or anything. I liked this trailer fine. I thought they showed us a cool amount. Didn't show me why I would like this new character. I don't like this new character with what they've showed me right now. But obviously, it's a younger version of that character. She'll grow up, and hopefully I'll like the grown-up version of her where I assume the majority of the game is taking place in. But this didn't do a whole lot for me other than tell me that, hey, we're still doing Resident Evil in the formula that we've been doing Resident Evil, which is good. That was a question that we've had. And then it wasn't until the videos and the gameplay released after opening night live where I was like, oh my fucking God. Are you kidding me? What appears to be Lisa Trevor is in this fucking game and she's returning as our Mr. X tyrant element of the game? Are you fucking joking? That's badass. Such a smart fucking call. We haven't seen Lisa Trevor since 2004.
We don't know for sure that it's Lisa Trevor.
We don't, but it's so Lisa Trevor coded.
You're I was gonna say you're just getting a little too in the weeds.
She's got handcuffs on, man.
Just
Why?
saying.
Like,
Does she?
yeah.
I thought she didn't have them in the new one. The whole
No,
thing's
she's
like
got
big,
she's got a
giant
handcuff.
hands.
Yeah, I mean, like it's broken, it's free. She's got use
Oh,
of both of her
okay.
arms
That's why I
now.
didn't see.
But one of her hands has handcuffs on it. Like, and she looks like it. She's doing the scream of Lisa Trevor.
Yeah.
Like,
Scream's the big part. Also, the cool mechanic they seem to show with that, where light prevents her from going into, lit areas.
Yeah.
Was that a thing with Lisa Trevor?
She doesn't like light, but it wasn't a mechanic.
Yeah.
Yeah, because she lived her whole life underground.
Yeah.
So it was that kind of idea. So like,
So, boys, are we playing this first person or third person?
I'm probably gonna switch.
I'll switch in the opening hours, and then whichever one I feel is better, I'll commit to.
I'm aiming for a third person. If I had to give an
I'll
answer,
probably do third. Yeah.
I might start in first, and then when you get over the curve into the action, I might switch to third.
When things get a little too scary.
yeah, they will.
Oh my God.
I have a feeling this is probably gonna be. Okay, I'll make the claim.
Okay.
This is going to be the scariest Resident Evil of all time.
I don't think so.
More than 7?
More than 7. Yep.
I wouldn't even put 7 in there. I think RE2
1.
remake is up there. I think 1 is up there.
I think RE2 Remake is that scary?
I think remake is scary. Yeah.
I don't think it's that scary.
Remake has had the biggest scare I've ever gotten out of a video game.
He's scared
Liquor
of liquors.
pussy.
He's
I'm
scared of
scared of
liquors.
I think
Okay.
I don't want to fucking hear it. I don't want to hear it from anybody at this table who has not been able to get past the introduction of Alien to Alien Isolation. All right? You two are fucking pussies.
I never played the game. What
Did you hear what he called you? He said liquor pussy.
I do be
if
doing
you
that.
clip
I do be
that
doing
out.
I do be doing that. Yeah.
That's funny. I didn't mean that. Mr. X was
Yeah,
scary.
Resident Evil 2 is fucking horrifying. I think the only reason you don't feel that is because you sat next to me in a semi-lit room because we couldn't block out all the light and so forth. I mean, like,
my
fucking
apartment.
you fucking pussies couldn't even get past the intro of Alien Isolation. So I don't know what we're talking about.
I never tried to play more of it.
I put that controller in your hand. I said, "Here, Connor, play it." You didn't make it 30 minutes.
I know. Oh, I remember that because I wasn't going to do anything eventually. I'm gonna have to stop. I wasn't gonna be able to play the game like I normally do. So I just get scared for just getting scared. There's no.
You guys didn't even make it to when the alien was even a
payoff.
threat. The alien wasn't even a threat, and you had to get out of here.
Are you still talking?
I think there's zero chance that this is the scariest Resident Evil game. I still
Zero
say
chance.
I don't. The scariest? No. Zero chance. Zero chance. I'm still not convinced that this is going to be one of the good Resident Evil games. I think it's going to be okay. I think it's going to be fine. You know.
All right, so don't draft it next year.
I mean, I've got other games coming next year that I'm grabbing way before this one.
We'll see.
You know?
We'll see.
What?
There's this little known game called Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight. Anyways, moving on. Black Myth Zhong Kui?
Zhong Kui.
Zhong Kui. Got an official reveal trailer. This is Game Science's sequel to Black Myth Wukong from last year. No date. Clearly, this is a hey, we're just working on it trailer.
Our last game made a lot of money. Now we're okay to make.
We're gonna make another one. You know, hey guys, we're gonna make another one.
We know you already thought we were gonna keep going. Just confirming.
Hey guys, we're gonna keep going. We're gonna make some money. You know, so good for them. I didn't play it. You guys didn't seem enthralled by it. So
No,
I mean,
thing about Black
I never
Myth,
beat it.
I never did either, so I can't speak the same way other people who did beat it can. But I still see that, and I saw it at the time. It's kind of being an overrated game. The culture made it
Absolutely,
to
it
where
was
at the point
overrated.
it was given as much attention as it was.
I'm not even gonna say the culture. I think we're dealing with outside of the culture people.
Gorgeous looking.
But it's fun.
Yeah. I
It's
think
not-
there's some very fun artistic choices for like the between act cutscenes they were doing. I thought that was cool, but like it wasn't that deep of a game, but people were making mountains out of molehills.
And maybe this will be a massive improvement. But I'm fearful
hopefully.
because so many people loved it, they're just going to basically make it the same thing again.
But
I don't think they will, but
I
there's a
think
chance.
I honestly I genuinely think the people who upheld that game that high are genuinely like window shoppers to the culture. Like the people who come in and say, "What's the new hotness? What's the big thing that I should be excited about?" The people who only played Elden Ring, the people who play some Call of Duty, some 2K, the people who jump in for a Spider-Man when Spider-Man's popping, but that's it. You know, I don't think these are like, not to be like gamers, but like I don't think these are people who love
the medium as a whole.
the medium as a whole,
Yeah.
who have a real appreciation for design. Like, I just think it's people who like video games.
are they people that jump into Spider-Man, or the ones that jump onto Spider-Man because they want to tear it down?
Maybe a little bit of both. Spider-Man 2, the best superhero video game of all time. And
We'll
then
see.
finally, Hollow Knight
Yeah,
Silksong release trailer. This was a thing we talked about earlier. I thought it was going to be a direct. Like, I thought we were getting like 25 minutes of like, here's Hollow Knight Silksong. Here's how it's different from the original game. Here's all the cool things. Came out later in a Jason Schreier article, which was a great read. Everybody go read that. Where they talked about a lot of really cool stuff. They're trying to make backtracking more interesting.
He's
in
a
this.
damn good writer, that
He's
Jason
damn
Schreier.
good. He's real good. They're trying to make backtracking more interesting in this game. There's going to be multiple like villages that you can go to and explore and meet NPCs and so forth. And in the trailer they boast 200 different enemy types, 40 different bosses. That's a chunky
I think it was
game.
40 plus, right? Is
Yeah,
what I said?
it might have been 40 plus. But like that's real chunky for a game that was supposed to be a DLC.
Right.
It was supposed to be additive, and now it's just pretty much just a full blown sequel,
Hell
right?
yeah.
Now, this is kind of an aside from this game. Who's going to play this?
I will.
Not at launch.
Yeah.
September 4th, 2025. That's the announcement there. I refuse to play this game before playing the original.
Yes, same here.
It's a level of integrity that I think is a little silly, but
It is.
I'm not a bandwagoner. I mean, I am when I want to be, and I don't want to be right now. But like, also like, I truly feel this is going to be one of those games that like playing Silksong first and then going back to the original Hollow Knight is going to feel a lot like like if you played like Phantom Pain and then went back to MGS1, you'd be like, not that extreme, but like, I guess like Metal Gear Solid 2 and then back to MGS1.
Exactly.
You'd be like, not as good.
If you can put it in terms that I would understand, it would be playing Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth and then playing Like a Dragon.
Yeah,
sure.
Better. Yeah, that's a better one to actually say. Yeah,
same type thing.
Now, all that is to say, the way things are playing out, we're going to be playing Kingdom Hearts 2
We don't know that.
next month. We don't know that. We do not know that. Regardless of whether
September
that happens,
1st, hard truth.
Hard
What
truths.
is Phil gonna pick?
Well, aside from those hard truths, even if that's not the case, I have beseech.
Wow.
This is not a hard line.
Wow.
Beseech. This is a think about it, because I'll also think about it, because I had this thought about a minute ago.
Don't think about it.
No, you will. Me and Tavin currently have a deal where we're trying to get through the Dark Souls game.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Tavin's going to be choosing Dark Souls here in November.
One of them, yeah.
Yeah.
And then I will
Dark Souls
eventually
1.
next.
Really, it's not even so much the series. Is Connor gave me a game, so I got to give him a game back.
Yes,
It's really
sure.
not that big of a deal.
Yes, of course. That's how it goes. And then I'll do Dark Souls 2 afterwards. What do you think, Phil? If for this next month, you choose Hollow Knight in exchange for when my pick comes around, I will choose Kingdom Hearts 2. So we and Tavin can play Silksong before the year is up.
So, Phil, do you want to delay playing your favorite video game of all time 6 months?
Yes.
Or just play it in 2 weeks?
Yes. Think on it. Just saying, hey, this is the penny in the bucket, as you might say.
So,
and
what? Wait, 6 months? What do you mean?
that's when I would well, less than 6 months, but still.
I mean, it's your choice, and then
The wheel.
the wheel, and then me, right?
Yep.
And then the wheel, and then Connor. So 5 months.
Tavin, come on.
6
months.
if you count this month that we're currently in.
That's fair.
The only reason you would have been clearly sabotaging my pitch would have you said half a year instead of 6 months. But
I'm not an idiot. I'm not Angel Reese. I make in 7 days what you make in a week.
damn,
okay?
dude, I'm sorry. I won't bring up math again. Not my place anyway.
I don't know how I feel about that, Connor.
Hey, just think about it.
I'll tell you what, I will think about it.
Just think about it. You know, a handshake, virtual or
Right,
in
and
real.
while the culture is all talking about Silksong, we're sitting here playing the original, and we're just sitting here like, I wish I was playing the new one,
But sounds.
I mean,
pretty good. Actually,
I would end up playing both of them concurrently.
That's silly.
that'd be interesting.
That would be interesting.
Yeah.
That would be an interesting experiment.
I'm
that'd be a little
gonna
silly.
log
It'd be a
some
little
hours in the first Hollow Knight, then I'll jump into the second one, then I'll go back.
I'm not doing more than 5 hours, more than 5 hours extended,
I guess on the other hand of this, is Hollow Knight, the first one, technically a Halloween appropriate game?
No.
I think it might be. I saw some dark colors.
It's dark.
Hollow Knight, Halloween.
Halloween.
He's talking
Hollow
about doing
Knight.
the whole Halloween wheel again. I'll remind you, when we did that, we ended up playing Alan Wake and nobody had a good time.
Hey.
True.
We were always going to play that eventually. Now we can play Alan Wake 2 next time. On the chopping block to play instead was Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines, Alien Isolation, Until Dawn.
We're going to play Control before we play Alan Wake 2.
Control
is not. Control is not. I'm drawing the hardest line. Control is not going on that.
I would be down for October to make that Halloween.
Yeah.
Or Halloween.
It's a Tavin can't even be like, well,
Just
no.
spin the fucking wheel.
Yeah, Hollow Knight Silksong
Looks good, man.
great.
I'm sure it's going to be fucking game of the year, whatever.
You
Too
don't know
bad
that.
Connor counterpicked it. And he's going to lose a shit ton of points
He
off
is
it.
going to lose a shit ton of points. Connor, we got to move into our next topic of the day. This is our second
We don't gotta.
topic. Whose topic is this, Connor? I don't fucking know.
This is mine. Let's say it's mine.
The automobile industry weeps.
Woohoo.
Oh, because he bought all those cars.
Yeah.
Because he bought all. That's a great reference, Phil. That's
I
a
see.
great reference. How much was it? It was some number of millions. It was
A lot of fucking cars.
was it like 30 million?
A lot of fucking money.
3.3 million?
I can't remember if I put the amount here.
Do you remember?
I said it in my rant. It was some.
You remember a couple weeks back where people were talking? Maybe it wasn't a couple weeks. Maybe it was just last week. But there was that one former. He was a former like executive for Sony, I think, where he was talking about how prices for games should have incrementally increased with each generation.
every generation. Yeah.
Yep. I almost
he was
did that.
I think that was
well,
Sean Layden, wasn't it?
I think it might have been Sean Layden.
Yeah.
but he was talking about like, yeah, later on you'd see a lot less sports cars in the parking lot.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right.
He talked about how PlayStation 1, everybody had a sports car in the parking lot, and then PlayStation 3, they had a lot less, or something like that.
Well, you had a lot more employees also, but
Yeah.
so that's kind of how that works. Anyways, Connor, are you ready?
Fucking
Yeah. It's my story, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I said.
I'm waiting on you.
these
Sorry, while you were doing
tactless-
that, I was looking to see if I did mention how much he paid for cars.
These tactless billionaires.
I did not. Tactless. Bungie CEO departs after 23 years with the company. Destiny and former Halo developer Bungie announced CEO Pete Parsons will leave the Sony-owned company after 23 years. Quote, after more than 2 decades of helping build this incredible studio, establishing the Bungie Foundation, and growing inspiring communities around our work, I have decided to pass the torch, Parsons said in a farewell message. This journey has been the honor of a lifetime. I am deeply proud of the worlds we built together and the millions of players who call them home. And most of all, I am privileged by the opportunity to work alongside the incredible minds at Bungie. When I was asked to lead Bungie in 2015, my goal was to grow us into a studio capable of creating and sustaining iconic, generation-spanning entertainment. We've been through so much together. We launched a bold new chapter for Destiny, built up enviable, independent live ops organization capable of creating and publishing its own games, and joined the incredible family at Sony Interactive Entertainment. Today marks the right time for a new beginning. The future of Bungie will be in the hands of a new generation of leaders, and I am thrilled to announce that Justin Truman will be stepping into leadership as Bungie's new studio head, end quote. Parsons originally began working for Bungie in 2002 as an executive producer and studio manager, where he worked on titles Halo 2 and Halo 3. Parsons proceeded to briefly leave the company in 2006 until 2008 to assist development of a partnership with director Peter Jackson, who would work on a new entry in the franchise called Halo Chronicles, which would inevitably get canceled in 2009. Parsons' departure comes as Bungie's independence is being stripped away by Sony following an earnings call where Sony's chief financial officer, CFO, Lin Tao, announced Bungie will be fully absorbed by PlayStation. Quote, about the governance of Bungie, at the time of acquisition, we were offering a very independent environment. So that was one way of thinking, said Tao. However, thereafter, we have gone through some structural reform, as we announced last year. So this independence is getting lighter, and Bungie is shifting into a role which is becoming more part of PlayStation Studios, and integration is proceeding. So in the long term, if you can see this as an ongoing process, the direction is to become part of PlayStation Studios, end quote. Parsons came under heavy fire, from developers and fans alike in 2024 after the CEO purchased millions of dollars worth of classic cars since 2022, following Sony's acquisition of the company. The news broke the day after Bungie announced layoffs of 220 staff members, with Parsons citing, quote, rising costs of development and industry shifts, end quote, as justification for the terminations. It's estimated Parsons earned a yearly salary of around $600,000, not including bonuses. So,
ew.
Not that sad that he's leaving. I get he had an important part in the company back during its heyday, but in a time where the video game industry is very unstable, at least it is for the employment of its workers, when you have stories like that happen, any kind of bad taste that might be left with some long-storied developer working at a company kind of goes away. So I'm clearly this comes at a time when Bungie is losing its independence, and I have to question whether that's the reason why he left, since it's so soon after that started happening. But in reality, I could see him also kind of being forced to step down since they're going in a new direction. Maybe have someone like Justin Truman, who might be a bit more of a yes man at the company, and they might require that to happen. I doubt it, but you never know how these things go behind the scenes and whether this will have any positive or negative effect down the line. But I do think it's just a changing of hands.
Excuse me. Yeah, I agree with you. I think this comes at a time in Bungie where this is just another check mark on things that we've seen before of like, oh, this studio is not where it used to be, and it's probably going to be a long time until, if ever, it retains any type of glory that it used to have, you know? I mean, we could look at it from a more optimistic perspective of like, hey, things have been askew for a little bit, things have been askew for a while. Maybe a change in leadership at this position will allow us to get back on track more easily. Maybe PlayStation taking more control over Bungie might turn out to be a more positive thing. For the most part, most of PlayStation studios are run well, and for the most part, output quality games. So it could lead to better things, but it's just hard in the face of seeing layoff after layoff after layoff and massive waves of it happen to where it's hard to have good faith in anything going on, especially in the state that Bungie's in right now. They have faced massive layoffs in the last couple of years as well. And so it's one of those moments where you look at it and you go, oh, this was BioWare in 2013, where you go, okay, I think what Bungie was is no longer what Bungie is today. And we could potentially be on our way to Bungie's Anthem. Whether that is Marathon, which recently had its art theft scandal, which pushed the game back for a long, long time. Or, maybe that Bungie's Anthem is on the horizon and we don't know about yet.
Is it pushed back for a long time, or is it just next year?
Indefinitely?
It's one of them, not indefinite, but it's one of those, hey, we're delaying it. We're not telling you any information of when you can expect it.
Okay.
You can expect that one to be a while.
I thought it was literally just next year.
I mean, it might be just because it might be a case of all right, well, let's fix the art theft thing and then just get this thing out and move on because, you know what? I think it is next year because we had a conversation of when, and I would say just get it out before GTA 6 and let Grand Theft Auto 6 erase it from our memories. Not bury it, but just put it out and it'd be all right, yeah, this game's the topic of conversation for 2 weeks, and then now we're moving on to the thing that matters.
I mean, if it does come out next year, you can trust that Connor's going to draft it.
Absolutely.
Yes, there we go.
Absolutely he will, He needs to fill that Atomic Heart slot that he has this year or whatever.
Well, next year...
what is it that he has this year that sucks? What do you have that sucks?
Oh,
the Russian game that sucks.
FPC.
No, the Russian
Atomic Heart. No, not Atomic. Adamfall.
Adamfall.
Yes.
I was gonna say FPC Firebreak, but then you said Russian. But yeah, I mean, just trust Connor to just draft poison.
Hey, trust me.
He'll do great for the first 5 rounds and then tank the whole list.
I will say my last bit on this is whether it was his decision to leave actively or being pushed out. I do think of Rare Games, how they recently had, I just look at the names, Greg Mayles and Luis O'Connor, who had been with the company, I think with Mayles since the inception of it. And they left because a bunch of their games got canceled. When you had an exterior force come in and screw up your game production, it might leave a bad taste in your mouth. I don't think that's the case for Pete Parsons, mainly because he was more on the marketing side and the executive management side rather than actually creating the game.
And listen, we don't know. Pete Parsons may have made the choice to step down a while ago and just said, oh, when we reach this benchmark, I'll do it. And that benchmark has been moved back. So he's like, well, all right, well, then I guess now's as good a time as any.
Yep.
Yeah, I think just a couple weeks ago, you mentioned the whole Rare thing. I think a couple weeks ago was their 40th birthday.
Didn't matter.
That's so upsetting. Rest in peace, Everwild. Moving on. Topic number 3, my first penny of the day. Sony raises price on all PlayStation 5 consoles by $50. This is worth saying in the U.S.
You would have this story, you fucking Sony pony.
Sure, whatever. We don't have a lot to say about it. August 20th saw Sony announce a price hike to go into effect the following day on PlayStation 5, PlayStation 5 Digital Edition, and PlayStation 5 Pro consoles as a result of U.S. President Donald Trump's aggressive trade policy. Quote, similar to many global businesses, we continue to navigate a challenging economic environment, reads a Sony Post blog from Vice President of Global Marketing, Isabel Tomatis? That's a cool name.
Either that or like Tomatis, I'm not sure.
Something like that. That's cool. I like that. I like that name. Quote, as a result, we've made the difficult decision to increase the recommended retail price for PlayStation 5 consoles in the U.S. starting on August 21st. That was a few days ago.
4 days ago.
The additional $50 price tag resulted in the PlayStation 5 rising to $549.99, the PS5 Digital Edition to $499.99, and the PS5 Pro to $749.99. That's an expensive ass console.
Really?
Sorry,
just as an aside, I don't mean to interrupt the article. I was talking to a coworker of mine, one of the only people I know who owns a PS5 Pro.
Yeah.
And so when I talked to him about the price increase, he's like, I think I already got one.
Hopefully those will go down. With all the PS5 accessories like controllers remaining at their original prices, didn't those recently get a price?
Nintendo Switch did.
Was it Switch? Okay.
Yeah.
I thought...
No, the controllers went up before the Switch
That's
controllers
what I
and stuff
thought.
did.
But did it happen in the U.S.? That's the important thing. Is this has happened
Yes.
everywhere else already? Everywhere else has already
The
increased their
controllers
prices.
definitely already did. Because that was a story from either early this year or late last year. I want to say it was earlier this year, probably in like March or April.
In the U.S.?
Yes.
Okay. At the beginning of August, Nintendo announced it would increase prices on Nintendo Switch 1 consoles and Switch 2 accessories, such as the Joy-Con. In May, Microsoft raised prices. I don't know about that phrasing, but maybe it works. On twin consoles, the Xbox Series S and X, as well as Xbox controllers, despite a strong Q3 and 25. All price hikes were cited due to market conditions, a strong suggestion that Trump's policy of placing tariffs on other countries like Japan to achieve favorable trade agreements. A deal was struck between the U.S. and Japan on July 31st to lower tariffs to 15% from a rate of 27.5% in exchange for a $550 billion package of the U.S. bond investment and loans. Giant Bomb's Jeff Grubb claims that either a State of Play or PlayStation Showcase will occur in September. Quote, they're planning a State of Play or maybe a Showcase, but probably a State of Play for the end of September or before the end of September. So we're going to get updates from Sony pretty soon. I mean, I don't expect them to acknowledge this ever again, really. Why would they? The information's out there. It gets said. People are going to do it one way or another.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I've gotten used to.
Listen, expect more.
If they do have some kind of showcase or State of Play, they're not going to talk about the price increase at all.
At all. I don't think they're going to be talking about hardware, anything at
exactly.
all.
They're not going to talk about. They're not going to distract from whatever message they're going to try to pull if there is indeed a showcase direct for Sony next month.
Yeah. So
and they did increase the price of the Dual Sense PlayStation 5 DualSense controller by $5. Yeah. Forgot about that.
Listen, I don't have as much vitriol or iron or empathy to care or like just bandwidth to care about this one. This is one that you could kind of see the writing on the wall with all of the Trump tariffs happening and just this administration's entire ridiculous policy to foreign trade. And listen, you should expect it in everything else all the time anyways. So this is unfortunate. Don't like it. Feel like it could have been worse, but $50 is not a small amount of money. So
what matters is what's going to happen down the line, since this trade war has been so volatile.
Yeah.
No one can really predict anything at all. It's ridiculous. But unfortunately, as you said, there's not much to really talk about here. It's just, hey guys, things are getting pricier. Again, give you the thumbs up and wish you well.
You can see which camera to pan to. And the fact you chose just the worst camera to pan to, the one that has not been on for 30, 45 minutes,
Well, what did I say?
We're moving on.
Here, no. Wait, stop. This is for the short that will inevitably come out. Not really.
Yeah, who's going to edit it?
Well, so
there we go.
It's not that the camera hasn't been on. It just hasn't been on him.
Yeah.
Like, because the wide is just, my camera is just the zoomed in version of the wide.
That's a good point. That's a good point. Final topic. Connor, your second penny of the day.
No, it's not. Phil.
It's Phil's
Can this
only
be
penny.
Phil? You're donating your penny to Phil.
Why not?
Look at that,
Dude,
Phil.
find a penny, pick it up, and all day long you'll have good luck. Well,
Can you read it?
I can try.
I can zoom in.
BioShock 4 developer Cloud Chamber gains gaming veteran as new studio head. Written by Mr. Connor Elliott for the TwoPennyGames.
Oh, I forgot to say that because I'm great at my job. All of the stories that we read, well, we started with Gamescom, so that threw me off. All of the stories that we read here and that you're actually seeing on screen for the first time, you can find over at TwoPennyGamesNews.substack.com. Link in the description down below. Our very own Connor Elliott writes all of our stories.
However late into the night he stays up the day before. Rod Ferguson, a veteran of the industry and developer on games like BioShock Infinite, announced on X, formerly Twitter, he'd be overseeing the BioShock franchise as Cloud Chamber's new studio head. Quote, would you kindly allow me to share some news, unquote. The post begins. Quote, some of you guessed it. I'm returning to 2K to lead a series that means a lot to me as the head of Cloud Chamber. Blah, 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 blah. Series that means a lot to me as the new head of the BioShock franchise. I'll be heading up Cloud Chamber and overseeing development of the next BioShock game, along with franchise extensions like the in-development Netflix movie. But while I'm excited to get started in the coming weeks, I recognize the studio restructuring is a difficult time for the team. I'm deeply grateful for the work done so far, and I'm committed to building a BioShock game we'll be proud of and that our players will love. It was unveiled at the beginning of August that Cloud Chamber underwent leadership changes, with now former studio head Kelly Gilmore removed from her position as the developer, while BioShock 4's creative director Hogarth de la Plante was moved into a publishing role in the company. The changes came about following an internal review by 2K Games executives that concluded the working title was in need of a revamp. Aforementioned news story came from Bloomberg's foremost games journalist, Jason Schreier, who'd also reported that employees at the developer were apprehensive of layoffs due to comments made by the company that a more agile and efficient direction was needed. Schreier now confirms these fears in a Blue Sky post, where he reports an unknown amount of staff will be laid off following the news of Ferguson's appointment. Yikes. It's reported that Ferguson was instrumental in helping Irrational Games push out the acclaimed BioShock Infinite as executive vice president in the last stretch of development. Ferguson has since worked on Gears of War 4 and Gears 5 while at the Coalition, before moving to Microsoft to lead development on Diablo 2 Resurrected, mobile title Diablo Immortal, and as general manager on Diablo 4.
So this game, they're trying to lock in on it. Because it wasn't that long ago we covered that story of Cloud Chambers getting new leadership. And it was like, well, what's going to happen next? And they're doing the tactic of BioWare, which is to get old developers on your past successful games to work on your new one.
Hey, this guy made the old one work. Let's get him to get the new one to work.
Yes.
You know? It gets the game out the door.
Apparently, BioShock Infinite had a lot of troubles in development, which is why he was useful in coming in and solving it. So I see the methodology here of, well, we're having some problems with this game. Maybe the guy who saved us last time, or I guess saved us last time, is the man for the job.
I mean, to counter that, they did the same thing with Casey Hudson with Anthems, and Anthem was Anthem. So it is what it is. I don't think this game's coming out.
You don't, I have a hard time believing they don't want to capitalize on the BioShock franchise with how well regarded it is in people's minds. I see that as even pushing it out when it's not that great.
But are people really still thinking about it?
That's where I'm at.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, how often do you see people cite BioShock as their favorite game of all time? I see it a lot. Like, one of the BioShock games.
I guarantee you.
I think people who were 13 in 2007 will care.
I guarantee you the majority of people forgot they even announced a BioShock movie on Netflix.
Oh, I bet. But that's because it's not a next BioShock game. Everyone has film adaptations, anime adaptations.
As a franchise, nobody's thinking about it.
But also, I mean, generally, people only like the first one. That's the one that's upheld as the universally acclaimed one.
If you get deep down in the Duffy, you'll find your BioShock 2 defenders, and of course, there's that subsect of people that think BioShock Infinite's the best.
Because it is.
Well, I mean, I haven't played it myself, so I can tell either way. I've only played the first one.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, I was disappointed from how much it was hyped up. But
sucks. It's a bad game. Doesn't play
You're such
well.
a heel, dude.
Doesn't even play bad.
Stupid
either.
fucking story.
Doesn't play particularly spectacular.
Let's
or
have
interesting.
let's have this
No,
game.
good,
Let's
though.
have this game
The
mechanic
play's good.
that says, "Oh, you as a player never had a choice ever," and then we're gonna immediately get rid of it. So what was the point of even having the twist? If you edited that part of the game out, nobody would know, and it would have made zero difference. So must have been a really impactful twist.
The whole
that recontextualized
second
the whole
part of the
fucking
game
story.
is you finding environmental storytelling, showing your rise from being a baby
Connor,
to
that
being
point.
sent out.
sorry.
That part is 15 minutes.
I was going to say, the
15
second part of the
minutes.
game after the first 8 or 9 hours.
in a 10-hour video game. This is fucking.
You guys are over exaggerating it. It's way more than
You're
1
right.
hour.
That first part of the game is 10 hours. It's the last hour of the
The
game.
second part's 3 hours long. It's enough to
Connor,
really
literally,
explore
it
a
happens
bit.
off screen. The problem gets fixed, and then it's like, hey, go find the pieces for the Big Daddy suit. Go guide the little sister, and then fight.
Yeah,
what's
I mean,
face.
it's only off screen because it cuts to black. but
And
yeah.
during that time, when
That's
you
off
use
screen.
environmental storytelling, you find the story of your character from where he began, the brainwashing, all the way until why he was.
I'm
not
so
in
glad.
Rapture.
I'm so glad Connor searched the 3 rooms he had to go into.
Yeah,
But
hey,
how
you
neat
guys
is
seem
it?
to not. So it seems like there's more than 3 rooms.
No, we did it. Our point is, it took 15 minutes, Connor. It's not. It's not
over exaggeration.
It's not an important part of the game.
Over
But
exaggeration.
how neat was that mechanic that made you keep switching plasmids?
It was a neat little mechanic.
neat,
It was
yeah.
neat.
Good little-
You probably could have done that in like hour 7.
Yeah.
You know,
Would have been nice.
it would have been nice. Maybe had a boss fight that circled around it that like
Yeah.
encapsulated
That
the
would've been
mechanic.
cool.
you
Well,
know?
it did.
Like
You just
even if
used-
the final boss made you keep like doing all the different ones,
That
and
might
not
have been
just,
annoying. That might have been annoying.
like it would have made you you would have had to like think more. Like
Sure. Well, you had to think a little bit because he was doing like the weird like like what is it called? Element switching thing that he was doing.
yeah, but like you just dodge a different
Yep.
particle effect. You just dodge a different particle effect. That's all it is.
man.
Yeah.
You know when they're like, oh man, you can shoot the lightning and electrocute the enemies, but realistically, you're gonna do it like maybe 4 times in the entire game because
Yeah,
it's
and
not
they're all-
puddles, it's just fucking the actual lake-sized
Yeah,
floods.
and all the parts are like places that it's obvious that's what the game wants you to do. And
you
it's
know,
like
I went into
open a
this topic
door,
not thinking we were gonna do this, but I'm so glad we're here now.
you open a door. There's 3 enemies not facing you, and they all happen to be inside of water.
Yeah.
So it's like, hey, you got your shock plasmid.
And you do because it's the most useful one. So of course you're gonna just shock everything
Yeah.
and then shoot it
Yeah.
with guns that don't feel good to use.
Shotgun feels good.
The crossbow's really good.
I did like the crossbow. Crossbow was nice.
Crossbow's really good. Shotgun's really good too. Good call.
I like how the pistol looks when you upgrade it.
I like how it looks.
Great, cool. I'm so glad you like how it looks, Connor. Anyways,
Remember, you're not gonna remember this because the only reason I remember is because I watched the video this morning. But in the piggy bank last week, and how we talked about how the Fast and Furious 2006 game, the only good thing about it was how it like the cars looked
Yeah.
and the customization.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's how I feel about BioShock. I really like how that game looks.
It was really very good.
You know, it looks great.
Tone has persisted through the decades.
Sure. Yeah.
And the style too, in a way.
The game fucking sucks. You know.
That sucks. These guys are too big of haters. Is it overrated?
I have not once this podcast said that it sucked.
That's true. But you did rank it where Tavin put it, and he's saying it sucks.
It's not.
No comment.
Anyways, guys, BioShock 4. Good luck. They've been talking about a BioShock 4 for what feels like a decade and a half at this point.
That's the
Changed
thing.
hands.
Do you think they're gonna say BioShock 4 or are they actually gonna call it BioShock 3?
I think it'll be a subtitle. You know,
Probably.
they're already in subtitle. It's not going to be a direct sequel to anything we've already seen before. So
I mean,
like
2 wasn't a direct sequel to 1, was it?
it's called BioShock 2.
Right, but like I
I
thought
think it's actually a
story-wise
prequel
it was
game,
different.
isn't it? Connor,
Are any of those games connected
Yes?
I mean, 2's in Rapture.
aside from being in the same universe? Like, are they like
Yes.
they are?
That's all I'll say.
There's a DLC in Infinite that leads into BioShock 1.
And also tied into BioShock Infinite.
Light spoiler.
I mean, the DLC is called, like, Return to Rapture, so
I've
you'd
heard
think it
of that
would
DLC.
go back.
Heard of that DLC.
Yeah.
I liked that DLC. Good.
Played it entirely.
You're playing as Emily, doing like some investigating,
Disney Princess.
running around. I like Emily. Is that her name?
Pretty sure.
Anyways, she was cool. I like her. I miss her.
Sounds right. I haven't played the game, but that sounds right.
Infinite's fun, man. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be it for the Two Penny Games. Just totally didn't have anything to say about this fucking. All right, hopefully Homeboy gets it together, man.
we'll
I don't
see.
know.
Yeah.
We'll see. I don't believe the game's coming out, and honestly, I don't think people care. I agree with Phil. I don't think people care about BioShock.
You'll see. Time will tell.
Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you like
Elizabeth.
Elizabeth. Ah,
I had
Great.
to look it up.
great character. So good.
I don't remember her name.
The BioShock defender couldn't even remember her name.
God,
I'm not like I'm defending the first BioShock game, not the other ones.
What's the name of the doctor that helps the little sisters?
Tenenbaum?
nice.
Is that true?
That's true.
Yes, you didn't
I
even
don't
know
fucking
the
remember.
answer.
What's the name of the main bad guy?
Well, not Andrew Ryan. It's Atlas, or rather, everyone calls him Atlas.
Who was introduced to you as?
as fucking. Well, that was a fake name.
I know.
Atlas is the only one that matters.
But Atlas is the one who's like, he's your ally, and then he turns on you.
Oh, yeah. You're right. It was the other way around.
Atlas is the fake name.
Yeah. Frank Fontaine.
There it is. I was waiting for it.
I got it.
That one I knew.
That one I knew too.
Yeah, I couldn't pull the doctor's name until he said Tenenbaum. I was like, it is Tenenbaum.
I'll tell you, I wouldn't have been able to pull Fontaine. I knew it was Frank something.
Oh,
Frank.
it's the alliteration. It's the classic comic book. You know, your Peter Parkers, your J.J. Jamesons, you know? Like, subscribe, drop a comment so we can talk to you. You know, Gamescom.
Gamescom.
Until next time, have a great time.
Hollow Knight.
Gentlemen, say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.